Kimberly Allison from Starliner Music. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to continue with my Fingerboard Geometry series. We'll cover second inversion arpeggios from the 6th and 5th string. First, we'll look at fingerings and then we'll do some exercises. Here we go. I hope you enjoy it. Alright, before we get into the fingering for second inversion triads from the 6th and 5th string, let's make sure we understand what they are. When we have a triad in second inversion, that means that the 5th is the lowest sounding note. Let's look at a fingering. If my lowest note is on the 6th string, then I will have my root on the 5th string. Let's use the root D. Here's D, and in a D arpeggio, the 5th is an A. So we'll be playing D major to start. Here's the 5th A, the root D, and the major 3rd F sharp. To make this arpeggio shape minor, we simply lower the 3rd. So here we have 5th, root, and minor 3rd. So this is D minor. And in order to make it diminished, we lower the 5th and keep the 3rd minor as well. So here we have A flat, that's my diminished 5th, my root D, and my minor 3rd F. So this is D diminished. Now let's try those same triads from the 5th string. This time I will use the root G. So here's my root. It's actually on the 4th string. So the 5th of my G chord is D. So here's my 5th D, root G. Now I'm going to come over for a major 3rd. That's B. So this is a major triad, G major in second inversion. To make this minor, I simply lower the 3rd. So that's G minor. And if I keep the 3rd minor, or the 3rd flat, and now lower the 5th, I will have G diminished. Now that we've had a look at the fingerings, let's go on to a couple of examples. I'm going to start with a harmonized scale in the key of C, starting on the 1 chord at the 3rd fret. So my C chord's in second inversion, and the arpeggio looks like this. Then I'll continue up the scale to the 2 chord, etc. Then I will go ahead and demonstrate the arpeggios, still keeping in the key of C, but now we'll be starting from the 5th string. Now, we learned this in our previous video. If we need to figure out what chord to start on while keeping around the same fret, if you simply count up 4 notes in your scale from your previous string, so here I started on C, and the next string I want to start in the approximate same area. If I count 4 notes up from C in the C scale, that means I will be on an F. And in this case, F is a major chord because it's the 4. So if I play an F major triad, that will be a good starting point, and then I can continue on up the scale from the 4 chord to the 5 chord, etc. Here we go. Now we're going to look at an exercise that's on the PDF that goes along with this video. In this exercise, we'll be playing the G harmonized scale, and we're going to start on the 3 chord from the 6th string, and again, we're in second inversion. The 3 chord is a B minor chord, and the arpeggio looks like this. And then we would continue on up the scale from the 3-chord B minor to the 4-chord C, then the 5-chord D, etc., all in second inversion. Next, we move on to the 5th string, and we're still in the key of G. The best way to figure out the next arpeggio is to count 4 notes up from the previous arpeggio. So if you were on B before, 4 notes up from your B is an E. In this case, E is going to be minor in the key of G, and E minor is the 6th chord. So we would start on our second inversion E arpeggio that looks like this. So that's E minor, and then we would continue to the next chord in the key, that's F sharp diminished. Then on to the 1-chord G, etc., all in second inversion. Here we go. Well, that's it for second inversion arpeggios from the 6th and 5th string. I'm Kimberly Allison from Starliner Music, and I hope to see you back on my channel soon.